వైట్ పోతు పెట్టి ఇట్లా రౌండ్ చేసేస్తావా?
ఏం అవసరం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు బెటరా అది విసు కూర్చో.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
సరే అది ఏం చూస్తావు? నువ్వేం బాగానే ఉంటది. స్విమ్మింగ్ చేసి చేసి అది ఎట్లయింది ఇంత కొట్టుతున్నావు నానా తక్కువ అంత నాన్న వర్క్ వస్తుంది.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Welcome to this Bhagavad Gita session. I hope you all are doing well.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, so last time when your Bhagavad Gita class happened, what you have learned? Tell me. Today is your Bhagavad Gita class, right? So tell me, last time when your Bhagavad Gita class took place, what you all have learned? You can raise your hand and then answer. Okay, yes, Vishnu.
We revise the slokas.
Oh, yes, nice. So which shloka do you remember by heart?
ఏదైనా చెప్పు దేని అవసరం పెట్టుకోదు యదా యదా ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పు చెప్పు.
Should I tell?
Okay.
Should I
Yada yada tell no phone, right?
చెప్పు.
Should
Okay. Any other shloka apart from this? Any other shloka? Can you recite Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, that shloka? Anyone else out here? Okay, yes, Rayan, please go ahead.
I can't recite that, but I learned 1.1 and I was learning almost learned Nanam Chintan Shastrani Nanam Dhati Pavaka Najanam Kledayante Apo Na Shosyatam Maruta.
Great, very nice. This is a very important shloka related to soul. So well done. So if you learn a shloka, right? So it will be helping you throughout your life. You know, you are small kids, and when you'll grow up, there will be situations coming up which you were not be able to tackle, right? So at that moment, these shlokas are very helpful. So try to memorize these shlokas. Okay, I know they are in Sanskrit. It might be difficult for you because it is not your language, but still you can give it a try. Okay, and any help you need from us, we can help you. Okay, so you can ask your coordinator that I need particular help for this particular shloka, so we'll help you out there. Okay, is that fine? So next time when I'll meet you, I want to hear 10.8 shloka from all of you. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, because that is very important shloka. Okay, and it helps us to connect with Lord Krishna. Okay, we know the value of the shloka by the translation only, that how much it is important, because the shlokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita from 10.8 to 10.11, these four shlokas summarize the whole Bhagavad Gita. So, you know, you very well know that in Bhagavad Gita there are 700 shlokas. But if we are going to summarize those 700 shlokas in just 4 shlokas, these are that shlokas. Okay, 10.8 to 10.11. And out of that, 10.8 is the first shloka. So you can see that if if we memorize this shloka, 10.8 shloka, then you'll be able to memorize 1/4 of the Bhagavad Gita. Is it? Right? So try to memorize that. Okay? And it is a very beautiful meaning. I hope Aditi ma'am have told you in that in your previous class. Very nicely. Okay, so today's topic is moksha. We are beginning with moksha. So last time before the verses, you covered a topic named karma, right? What is karma? We are entitled to do some work and we are entitled to get the reaction of that work every time we do that, right? So every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and it keeps on indulging us in same propensities, like working in the same way, right? We do something, we get reaction. Then we again do something, we get reaction. And this cycle continues. But what if we get free from this? It will be nice or not? Tell me your opinion. Nice. Ryan is saying it will be nice. But why? First of all, we will know what is moksha. Okay? And then we will know why there is need for moksha. And then we will discuss how we can attain moksha. Okay? So this session will have these three answers to these three questions. Okay? So first of all, what is moksha? Okay? So can anybody tell, in your opinion, in your understanding, what does moksha means? Yes, Rayan. After that,
It-
Agastya can answer.
It's the freedom from the cycle of life and death.
Yes, yes. Right. Okay. Yes, Agastyan.
Um, it is the time when you attend God's world.
Very nice. Yes, you both have covered both the points very nicely. So yes, moksha means getting free from the cycle of birth and death, getting free from the reactions of all the karmas you have done. Okay? And the other aspect which Agastyan told, yes, getting elevated from material world to spiritual world. That is moksha. So what is material world and what is spiritual world? Are you aware of this? Have you heard about that? Janvi, do you know? Okay, have you? Okay. So material world is what? In which we are living. Currently we are living. This earth, okay? This universe in which we are living. Okay? And this universe is made up of matter because it is material world, right? So material is made up of matter. And what is matter? I hope you have learned in your class where you have learned about soul, and then you have learned about that this body is made up of five elements. Similar way, all the things you see around are made up of these five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Right? Okay, so this material world is made up of these five elements. That's why it is called material world. These are matter, and the material world is made up of them. That's why it is called material world. Okay, so what is spiritual world then? The world that is made up of spirit, right? Simple understanding. The world in which spirits exist. We know that by nature we all are soul. We all are spirit, but we are trapped in this conditioned body, and we have to act according to the body, right? Because we are trapped in this. We are entitled to do duties which are subjected to this body, right? And we are living in this material world. But actually, who we are soul, we are spirit. So, from where do we belong? Do we belong? Our body belongs to this material world, but ourselves, we belong to spiritual world. Okay, so you are understanding the difference. Are you understanding the difference? That we are spirit, and a spirit belongs to spiritual world, right? And our body is made up of matter, so our body belongs to material world. So, what is moksha? Moksha means that the spirit which is trapped in this body and the spirit which has to work according to this conditioned body now is elevating from material world to spiritual world, its actual place where it was residing in the past from eternity, right? So this is what material and spiritual world means, and this is what the transaction, or we can say elevation from material world and spiritual world is. So getting free from the cycle of birth and death. And why I'm calling it cycle? What is cycle? That keeps on repeating one after the other. If birth came, then death will come. If death is there, then birth will again we'll face birth. So this continues, right? And from millennium, like we can't even think that how long this cycle was going in my respect. That maybe I have passed through many births, many millions of births, and many millions of deaths. But we know that the death is of the body only, not the soul, right? Because we know, as Ryan has recited the sloka, Nainam Chandanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavaka, Na Chainam Kledyanti Apo, Na Shoshati Maruta. What does that mean? That soul is eternal. It cannot be cut into pieces by any weapon. It cannot be burned by fire. It cannot be dried up. It cannot be soaked in water, right? Drowned in water. So soul is eternal. We know this. So the birth and death is happening for the body. We have changed multiple bodies in like past, like in many crores of births and many crores of deaths we have faced. But we don't remember, right? Because if we remember them, we won't be able to survive in this particular life. That's why we forget. Okay. So this is the reason. So now we will discuss what is the need to get moksha. We are living happily in this world. Why there is a need to attain moksha? This question might come, right? As you are small kids, you might feel that we are very privileged. Our parents are fulfilling our all necessities. We go to school, we make friends, we deal with them, we play, right? We enjoy a lot. Why do I need to get free myself from the cycle of birth and death? I'm really living very happily in this world. A person wants freedom when he is facing something, right? When he is bearing up a pain, then he wants freedom, right? But we feel that we are living very happily. But no, there is an illusion. This is an illusion in which we are living. We have problems. I'm not considering those problems which you have, little problems that tomorrow is your test and you are facing. Oh, I don't have time to prepare the test. Now teacher will scold me. This is not a problem, okay? Or otherwise, the things which you feel that this is a problem for me. They're very small problems, and we will see what Krishna has to say upon this topic. Okay, because this is Bhagavad Gita session. What Krishna wants to explain us regarding moksha, that we will discuss. Okay, so till now you have covered the story of what Ramji and Kevat in the very first week, right? In which Kevat asked for mukti, moksha. Mukti is a synonym for word moksha. Okay, so he asked for moksha. We have learned this. Then Dhruv Maharaj, we have covered the story of Dhruv Maharaj. In that also, he wanted mukti. That Krishna, I want to come to your kingdom, right? From material world to spiritual world, transaction, right? So after that, what story we covered? Prahlad Maharaj, maybe, right? In Prahlad Maharaj story, Prahlad Maharaj didn't wanted moksha because there is something more important than moksha, that is bhakti. So we will discuss later on how to attain complete bhakti. Okay. So at till now we are discussing only moksha. So after that, what story came? Mrigari. Mrigari also came, right? You have heard the story of Mrigari. So in that also, he became a very great devotee of the Lord, and ultimately, at last of his life, he may have got moksha because he was very much purified. right? With the chanting of the holy name. Okay, and we have here the story of Gajendra Moksha, right? The very last week only, right? How he got moksha. Yes. So all the stories which we have covered ultimately ends up at moksha. So there is a need for moksha. That's why this topic is very important and considered in all the sessions, all the stories, right? So let's see what Krishna has to say about moksha. I'm just sharing my screen. I hope the PPT is visible to all of you. Is it? You can unmute and tell. Okay. Now it is
Yes.
visible, right? Okay. So, yes. So here you can see Krishna has spoken a verse in the 13th chapter's 9th verse. And what does this verse say? That this material world in which we are living is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. Wait a minute. There is another shloka. Yes, this is the shloka. So this is the shloka in 8th chapter, 15th verse. Krishna has said that this world in which we are living is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. The second line I am focusing on. What does Dukhalayam means? In Hindi, Alayam means a place where something happens, the collection of like collection of certain activities of uh, certain things. Basically, if we are going to say pustakalya means library, okay, where books are kept. Aspatalya. Aspatalya means where diseases are cured. Okay. So similar with dukh alya. Dukh means sadness, sorrow. Okay. Pain, agony. Okay. And alya means a place where this dukh resides. So Krishna is saying that this material world is full of dukkha, sadness, sorrow, agony, pain. And the second thing is that this material world is ashashvatam. Shashvatam means permanent. And when a comes in front of that, it is antonym. That means ashashvatam means temporary. If shashvatam means permanent, then ashashvatam will mean non-permanent, temporary, right? So Krishna says that this material world is Dukhalayam. You have to learn these two words. Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. Try to repeat after me. Dukhalayam
Dukalayam.
Kalayam.
Ashashvatam.
Ashashvatam.
Dukhalayam
Dukalayam.
Ashashvatam.
Ashashvatam.
Yes. So this material world is full of sorrows and it is temporary. So, first we will discuss about how it is temporary. So, we see around that everything changes, right? Only change is permanent, otherwise, everything is temporary. We have heard this phrase, maybe you all have heard this phrase, only change in this world is permanent, rest nothing is, right? So, like if you see your photo of your childhood, when you were very small, then now you see yourself now in the mirror, right? So you will see a huge difference that you don't look alike, right? Your photo and you doesn't resemble much because there is a lot of change in your body. Similarly, you see around that a tree was a very small when you were younger, and the tree has grown up. Similar way, things which you had in past, maybe you don't have now. The things which you have now, maybe you don't have in the past, or maybe you don't have, you will not have in the future, right? Okay, so there are many things which change. Today you are facing some problem. Next day, the other day, you will face another problem. Okay, so the problem is also not permanent. right? Also, the things you possess, maybe you'll have today, you don't have tomorrow. Okay, so please mute. Somebody has unmuted his mic. Please mute.
Question. Yeah. Class అయిపోయిన తర్వాత స్నానం చేయి. Okay.
So only change is permanent. Everything is temporary in this world because everything which has created will sure come to an end. So in Bhagavad Gita, there is a word related to this also, that whatever has been created, it will end. Okay. So all the things you are seeing here, they are all material, they are all matter, and matter will surely like perish. Okay. So this material world is temporary, ashashvatam. Now, Krishna says this material world in which you are living is dukhalayam. It is full of sorrow. So, what are the pains, what are the agonies which everyone faces, right? So, we'll discuss about that. There are many problems in this world. People might have very, very, very much problems that we can't able to count them, right? So the number of hair you have on your body, the number of problems people have in the world. Okay, you can correlate it with that. Okay, so there are many problems in the world, in the material world, but there are few problems that are common to all. So what we'll call actual problems, that will be common for all. It will have three characteristics. If we are discussing about a problem which is common to everyone, so it will have three characteristics. First, first that is the foremost thing, that it will be common to everyone. Second is it is unavoidable. You try a lot, still you won't be able to cope up with that. So this is the second characteristics. And third is unescapable. So the problem will come, that is unavoidable. Okay, and unescapable, what does that mean? That you won't be able to escape from that. It has come, but you won't be able to deal with that or escape with that. Okay, so these are the three characteristics, what we will call a real problem. It will be common to all. Repeat after me. It will be common to all.
Will be common to all.
All.
It will be unavoidable.
Will be
It will be
unavoidable.
unavoidable.
And it will be unescapable.
And
And it will be unescapable.
unescapable.
Unescapable. Okay. So, can you list down any problem you think that it will be common to all and we can't avoid that and we can't escape from that? Nobody can escape from that. Please give your insights upon this. Think of any problem. Yes, Rayan.
The un, I mean, you can escape it, but it takes a lot of hard work. It's sorrow. It's basically suffering. You can only escape it by attaining moksha.
Nice. Right. This is what we are evolving around. Yes, that we need to escape from this sorrow. That is moksha itself. But what is the main thing from which this sorrow has derived? What is the cause of these sorrows? We are discussing those problems. Any problem you can list down which you think that is common for all, everyone faces that, and nobody can do anything to escape from that or avoid that. Yes. So, yes, Janvi, please tell, what do you want to say? Death. Yes. Nice. So, death is common for all. Plants do die, animals do die, maybe trees have a large, we can say, trees have a long age, right? But still they die, right? At some moment their time comes when they have to die, because we know trees also have soul. I hope you're clear with this, right? So other humans also die, animals also die, small creatures, the aquatic animals also die. Everyone who has taken birth will surely die. So death is the foremost problem. Why? Because we see people around that when somebody dies, we cry a lot, right? People cry a lot. Why this person has gone, right? Why he has left his body, right? So death is a problem. Certainly a problem. Surely a problem. Yes, Vishnu. Another problem?
Get cold.
What?
Like they get cold.
Cold. You mean diseases, right? Yes. Very nice. So diseases are common for all, right? Everyone out here has some kind of diseases and like that, right? So diseases are common for all and they are unavoidable. We try a lot. Like people, there are many people who do a lot of exercises, who eat healthy, but still there are times when they fall sick. It is unavoidable, right? Okay, so this is the second problem. Next, please brainstorm. There are two more problems left. There are in total four problems which are listed in Bhagavad Gita. And these problems are common for all. For all. Yes, tell me. Vihana is thinking like this. Vihana or Vinisha, I don't know. Does this make you remember things more easily, more fast?
No, I'm just trying to think of something.
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. I also do this sometimes. Maybe our brain clicks that please think, and it will help us to focus. Yes. Yes, Vinisha. Vihana or Vinisha, I don't know. What's your name? Vihana. Yes, Vihana.
Maybe like running out of something.
Okay, maybe there are some people who have a lot, then there is no problem for them, right? The scarcity, somebody may be feeling that there is some scarcity, but maybe someone have a lot of money, they won't feel that, right? But if somebody is rich or poor, death is inevitable, right? Similar way, diseases also, poor may also get diseases, rich may also get diseases. They are unavoidable. So these type of problems you have to think. Yes, Vishnu.
Boo boo, like blood. They
What?
get blood. Like when they fall, like they get blood.
Blood. So blood we'll consider, like injury we'll consider under diseases only, right? Bodily diseases or mental diseases also. Diseases cover everything, every aspect. So, shall I tell what are the two other problems? Okay. So, the two other problems are the first one is Jara. Jara means old age. Everyone has to face the old age, their body. When you once you take birth, your body move towards old age, right? So old age, what happens? We are not able to hear properly. We have so much pain in our legs. We can't able to walk, right? We have so many diseases, and old age comes up with not only diseases but also the physical appearance. Our face have wrinkles, right? So we have we lose our potency to walk, to speak, right? So our body is not in our control much. So nobody wants to get old, right? Everyone wants to be young. Is there anyone who wants to get old? That I want to be old. I don't want to be young. Nobody? Because we know that we won't be able to run with our own wish when we'll be old. Because we have seen people around, those who are old won't be able to work that efficiently the way which we are doing currently, right? Similar way, if I am in my early 20s, so I also don't want to get old. I want to be like you all. That I want my teenager life back. I want to be kid again. I don't want to be old because old age comes with lots of responsibilities. As soon as we get old, also we'll face diseases, right? We are prone to diseases, and also our body starts not functioning the way I want it to be, right? So nobody wants old age. Also, my appearance will fade away, right? Like if I'm looking good today, in old age I'll have wrinkles on my body. So Nobody wants that, right? So this is a problem. Do you agree? Old age is a problem because it is common for all. It is unavoidable. Yet I don't want it, but it will come. It will surely come, right? I can't escape from it. We have seen people that in like celebrities, few celebrities, what do? They do Botox treatments, or they do skin enhancement treatments, skin whitening treatments to look young. But at the end, their age is they are aging, right? Right? They are not able to avoid that. Though outwardly, maybe they're looking nice, okay, but still inwardly their organs are aging, right? The physical appearance they have worked on, but internally they can't do anything with that. There is no possibility that they'll be able to change their heart, change their organs. They can't do this. Change their nerves, change their blood. They can't do this, right? They can just put on some injection. That injections also are temporary. That will lift your beauty up, but later on it will give after effects also, right? So old age is inevitable. So the last thing, the last problem, but this is the first problem. I am discussing it in last, but this is the first problem. That is birth. As soon as we take birth, we feel face problems. So now you will think that why birth is a problem. Have you come up with this question? Birth is not a problem. When somebody is born, some kid is born in our family, we rejoice. We are very happy to see that little kid. We enjoy. We throw a party, right? Similar way, when there is our birthday, we are very happy that this is the day I have been born, right? So why is birth a problem? So let me tell you an interesting fact. So everyone out here has been born from the womb of their mother, right? So when we were an embryo, right? When we were inside our mother's womb, we were trapped. Like if I say you that Vishrur or Jia, let me take you to a place that is very small, like a little box, and I want to trap you in that. You have to sit here for 9 months. You will say no, I won't sit here because my body will start aching, right? And I won't be able to move like this. I won't be able to move like this, right? So it will like I will be short of breathing also. So but when we hear the situation right now that we have to sit in that particular box for 9 months, but we feel that I won't be able to sit in it for at least one day. But we all have faced this when we were in our mother's womb. Mother's womb is very small, and we were embroiled inside that. So for 9 months, we were trapped in that small room, if we can say, right? We can. I hope you are able to correlate that a small box and the embryo is in that. Okay, so the womb in which our mother keeps us. So then when let me tell you what pain we face when we are at the stage of this the birth. So when mother walks now, and if mother walks briskly, so what happens? The baby shakes inside the womb and it faces a lots of jerks. Okay, and also there are many enzymes in mother's womb. So they bites the skin of the embryo. So when a new baby is born, you see right, the embryo skin is very sensitive, very like soft, right? So if some fly or some mosquito bite the skin of the embryo or the fetus or the newborn baby, you will see a huge mark. But inside the body of the mother, there are so many enzymes that bite those enzymes bite the skin of the embryo more oftenly. So embryo faces this pain also. And also, if a mother eats some spicy food, na, so then the child feels burns on his skin. So this is the condition when we are inside our mother's womb. And then we constantly pray to Bhagwan, to Krishna, that please allow me to come out of this deadly pain. I want to come out of this deadly pain. Please make me, please help me to get rid of this pain. I'll chant your name. I'll work on myself. I don't want this birth. I don't want to feel this pain and agony again. Please, please, please help me, oh Lord. So then, after 9 months, we are born. Okay, and also now you know what problems, what agony, what pain embryo, small embryo faces when he or she is inside the mother's womb. So birth is also a problem because it comes up with lots of pain. Okay, and death. What about death? So, Agastya, I'll take your question. You can raise down your hand. So, regarding death, now I'll tell you about death. So there is nothing to afraid about death. Like, why we are discussing this topic? This should not be covered. No, no, no. Death is inevitable. Everything is like temporary, and death is inevitable, right? So when a person dies, na, we know that there is sorrow for the whole family, for the loved ones, right? This is to the part of other people. But what about the person who is experiencing the death, for whom the death has come? So when death comes, na, it feels like that 32 scorpions, scorpions, and scorpion bite is very harmful. So 32 scorpions are biting at one time. So you can imagine that pain, that if one scorpion bites us, it will be very painful. And 32 scorpions are biting at same time. The pain of the death is equal to that. Okay, so death is also a problem because we feel pain, face pain, right? Similarly, old age is also a problem because nobody wants to get old. Diseases are also a problem because nobody wants to be sick or ill. Okay, and birth is also a problem because we face so much of pain inside the womb of the mother. So these are four problems. So let me share my screen. So these are the four real problems. So this is a shloka. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Janma means birth, Mrityu means death, Jara means old age, and Vyadhi means diseases. You can take a screenshot of this, and this line only will help you remember all the four problems. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Birth, death, old age, diseases. Birth, death, old age, diseases. These are the four problems which are common to all, which are unavoidable, and which are unescapable. So you can see birth, the way the thing which I have told you, that when we are inside our mother's womb, what agony, what pain we experience. In the womb, 9 months of back pain, nausea, and sleepless hours. That the birth is also a problem for the mother as well. It is a part of happiness also because the mother has a child, but it comes up with lots of effects also, like side effects also. Diseases, nobody wants to get ill, but still people do get ill. Okay, so we'll not discuss this much. It's not much. Like, you can see, he is Michael Jackson, right? He was a very I hope it no, he is Bruce Lee maybe, right? So Michael Jackson and Bruce Lee have same story. Like, they were very fit. Still, the death came at very young age for them, right? So everyone faces diseases and everyone ages. So this is a very cute, cute thing. Like, if you are going to ask your grandma, a child, there was a child. He asked his grandma that, grandma, how does it feels when like when we are old, right? So tell me, how do you feel when you get old? So her grandma told her that, put cotton in your ear, okay, and pebbles in your shoes, and pull on rubber gloves, Okay, and smear Vaseline over your glasses, and then you will get instant old age. That means that we will not be able to see, will not be able to hear. We feel that there is so much pain in our legs. So this is how old age looks like. So if you want to experience that, do the same, and you will feel that in your this age, boyhood age, you'll get to know that how old age looks like. Okay, and the death. Death, I have already told you, it comes with lots of pain. 40,000 scorpions. Oh, sorry, I have told you the wrong number. I told you only 32 scorpions. No, it is 40,000 scorpions biting at one time. So if one scorpion bites us, we'll face, oh, like I won't be able to bear this thing. What about 40,000 scorpions? Okay. So all the miseries, maybe we were not aware of these, right? Maybe you were not aware like that these problems do exist. But now you know, and now you should understand that this material world is Dukhalayam. Why this is called Dukhalaya, the home of pain, the place where pain resides. Dukhalayam ashashvatam, and it is temporary. Once you'll get something, you'll be deprived of it from that. Okay, so now you feel that there is a need for moksha. Do you feel that, or still you are happy? No, no, it is fine. Birth will come, death will come. No issues. Do you feel that there is need for moksha? Vishnu don't feel. Okay, Ryan feels that there is need for moksha. So let me tell you some more miseries that we face. So four problems we discussed, okay, that are common for all, unavoidable and unescapable. So there are three miseries also. The miseries are Adi Bhautik Klesh, Adi Devik Klesh, and Adhyatmik Klesh. So Adhyatmik Klesh. First we will discuss Adhyatmik Klesh. Adhyatmik Klesh means let me just share the screen again. So this is, I guess, very interesting topic. We get to know about many things, many new things. When I heard of this topic very first time, na, I was also amazed. Like I was also not aware that birth comes up with lots of pain and agony. But this is told in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a very great scripture. So now we are come up with the kleshas. What does the klesha means? Klesha means miseries. So adhyatmic klesh, what does that mean? That the miseries which are caused due to our own body and mind. So sometimes we feel na, that this person is teasing me. Maybe there are chances he won't be teasing you, but you feel because it is made from your mental concoction, right? So you feel that this person is not behaving nicely to me, or I want this particular thing, I'm not getting that. All the things which you all the problems which are processed in your mind or body due to your own self, that is adhyatmic klesh. Okay. Okay, so the diseases also come under that, and also people sometimes do suicide, right? Why do they do suicide? Because they have mental issues, right? So they are not able to cope up with the problems they are facing at their life. So these are all adhyatmic klesh. The pain which we do to ourselves, that is adhyatmic klesh. Okay, Adi bhautik klesh is the misery is caused due to other living beings. Okay, so adhyatmic means the pain which we invite for ourselves by our own body and mind. Okay, Adi bhautik klesh is what? When the misery is created from other living entities. For example, somebody like your friend put you down and you got an injury, or somebody shouted at you, or a snake bite to some people, right? So a dog bite, you know. So these type of miseries are caused due to other living entities. So this is adi bhautik klesh. Okay, these terms have meaning in Hindi. Adi bhautik means material, and Adi means that from different living entities. Adhyatmic means that related to our own self. Okay, so Adi Bhautik is from other living entities. And Adi Devik means the misery is caused due to natural calamities. So there are situations, right, that like of earthquake, cyclone, natural disasters, right, that are also unavoidable. They come, right? We are not able to cope up with them. We can protect ourselves, but there is some amount of destruction, right? Okay, so these are also miseries that are caused by the higher, superior power. Okay, the nature, and the nature is controlled by Bhagwan only. So these are the Adi, Adi Devik place. Devik means godly, and Adi Devik means caused by the demigods, gods. Okay, so but there are some cases that maybe I haven't faced any Adi like Adi Devik list in my life, right? Maybe there I have not faced any flood, any drought, any earthquake in my life. But if we see people of Japan, they have faced so much of natural disasters, right? And if we see any country, there are any other country, maybe the quantity of Adi Devik clash is more, maybe the quantity of Adhyatmic clash is more. But at some point, these three miseries are common, but it can be in any proportion to anyone. Okay, it can't be measured everyone will have same type of kleshas. No, they may be facing one klesha more than other. Okay, than other person also. Okay, so these are three miseries. So we have discussed, as far as now, we have discussed four problems: birth, death, old age, and diseases, and three kleshas, three miseries that are Adhyatmic klesh, Adi Bhautik klesh, and Adi Devik klesh. So all these seven problems lead us to feel that we should try to attain moksha. Now, do you feel that there is a need to attain moksha? Because we don't know. I hope you have heard the news of airplane crash in Ahmedabad. Have you heard the news? So they were flying and the plane had just took off, right? And in seconds, within seconds, what happened? They all died. How does it happen? Because of natural calamity, we can say. Because it was not in hand of the pilot, of the crew. Nobody can do anything with that. So that was a Adi Devik Klesh, which was unavoidable. So the persons, everyone should try to attain moksha. Okay, and let me tell you an amazing fact that the moksha which we are discussing today can only be achieved in this human form. This human form which we have got is capable of making us making us elevate from this material world to spiritual world. So this material body is a facilitator. Okay, so it is a facilitator. The animals can't chant. The animals can't take Lord's name. The animals can't do the yoga, dhyan yoga, anything. They are actually not aware. They can't even discuss this topic that there is something called moksha and we have to attain it. They are that much in ignorance. But in this human form, we have got the developed intelligence to understand this topic, to know the need about this topic. So we should try to utilize this body well, to utilize our life well, right? We should not live an animalistic life like eating, sleeping, mating, and depending and just dying. No, we should have a purpose in our life. And what is the ultimate purpose of our life? To get free from the cycle of birth and death. Okay, so why do we need moksha? So first we have discussed what is moksha. Now what is the need to get moksha? Because like I'll give you an example. Adi Shankaracharya is a very known saint in India, right? So he has said that in a shloka that maybe no, you don't have bhajan class, right? So yes, in the Rampi and Keva story, maybe you have heard the shloka, right? बहु भज गोविंदम मूढ़मते इह संसारे बहु दुष्टारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे. What does Adi Shankaracharya says that in this world there are lots of miseries and this birth and death cycle comes up like the waves in the sea. Like the waves in the sea, what are they like? that they rise, then they again comes down, right? Similar way, we get birth, we get death, we get birth, we get death, and this cycle continues. So, hey Murari, hey Krishna, please help me to cross this ocean, material ocean of birth and death. Like we are droning in this material world. Okay, like for example, there is a huge ocean, okay, and somebody is droning. So everyone wants that I should be taken out from that. I want to live, right? Similar way, this material world is compared to an ocean, and we, the souls, are drowning in this material ocean. So we want the help of the Lord to take us away, take us out from this material world and take us to our true place where we were residing earlier. Okay, and that's how we get moksha. Okay, so when we get moksha, what do we achieve actually? Now we will discuss about that. So when we cross the ocean of birth and death, when we are not entitled to get a body again, then we reach the planet of the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay, to the spiritual world. And in the spiritual world also, there are many lokas. Lokas means planets. Okay, so if somebody is a devotee of Krishna, the ultimate supreme Lord, so he'll get Golok Vrindavan. The planet's name is Golok Vrindavan. You will attain Golok Vrindavan. If somebody is devotee of Lord Shiva, then he'll get Kailash. Kailash as the spiritual planet. He'll be able to live there. Okay. And if somebody is a devotee of Sri Ram, then he'll get a planet named Saket. Okay. So this is how the spiritual world is consisting of all the planets of different gods. But the ultimate Vaikuntha, which we called Vaikuntha. Okay, maybe you have heard that Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha is the spiritual abode. The ultimate spiritual abode is Golok Vrindavan. Okay, the planet of Krishna. Everyone should desire to attain that. Okay, so now what is the characteristics of Vaikuntha? Why do we need to go from this material world to that spiritual world? Why? What will we get there? So, in the starting of the session, we have discussed that this material world is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam, the place of pain and agony, and it is temporary. So, the spiritual world is opposite. It is Sukhalayam and Shashvatam. It is full of happiness and it is permanent. That's why we should desire to go there. Okay. So this material world is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. The spiritual world is Sukhalayam Shashvatam. Okay. Got it? So we should desire for that. Okay. And we have discussed that moksha is only possible in this human form. Nobody can attain moksha in any other species. Okay. Any other body. But what about the Gajendra? Gajendra also got moksha in the body of a elephant. Question comes, right? So the Gajendra, which I think you have, like ma'am has discussed in your story class, that he was a king in his previous birth, and he has done a lot of bhakti. And just due to one curse, he was in this body of a elephant. So actually, he was a very elevated soul. That's why he knew, he remembered. Because I guess ma'am have told you that when he was in pain, what did he do? He took out a lotus from the pond and offered it to Krishna. And whatever prayers he had learned in the past, he was praying daily on a daily basis to the Lord. He was able to remember all of the prayers and he started chanting those. And that's how Bhagwan Vishnu heard his prayers and he came to save him, right? So he was already a very elevated soul. That's why he was able to remember what he has done in past. Okay, what bhakti he has done in past. Just because of just a small offense he did, that's why he has to take the birth of this elephant. But he was very elevated soul. This is the case is exceptional, right? But now we don't remember that what we have did in past, right? So we should try to elevate ourselves to the spiritual abode, to the spiritual platform in this life itself. Okay. So now I have a question for you. Okay, let me give you a question. Yes, Ryan, I'll take your doubt just a minute. Okay, so First of all, we have discussed what is moksha, then why there is need for moksha. Now, how we can attain moksha? Is there any way we can attain moksha in a systematic pattern, in systematic way? Yes, there are three ways. What are the three ways? Karma yoga, Dhyan yoga, and Bhakti yoga. Karma yoga, Dhyan yoga, Bhakti yoga. So these are the three ways in which we can attain moksha. So we will discuss this in next class. So now I have a homework for all of you, a quick quiz for all of you that we were living. I'm telling you a fact that we were living in the spiritual world because we are spirit. So we have the origin of the spiritual world only. So we were living in the spiritual world since eternity. But what has happened that we were subjected to come to this material world? This is a huge question. What made us that we are here, not in the spiritual world? What did we do that we have been put into this Dukhalayam Shashvatam, the world of miseries? Why Bhagwan has put us in this world of miseries? Why we are facing these miseries? What is the reason? So you have to explore it, find out, and tell me in the next class. Will you do this? I hope the question is clear that we were living in the spiritual world, but now we have come in this material world. Why? What we have done that we are not living now in this the spiritual world, and now we have to do a lot of practice, spiritual practice, to go back to go home, back to Godhead. Okay, so you have to answer me in the next class. Okay, you can ask your mother, you can ask your sister, you can ask your brother, your parents, your grandparents, your friends. You can ask everyone this question and ask them to explore. Okay, to think about that. Okay, and then come up with the answer. Maybe the next class is tomorrow. I'll take your answer tomorrow. So now I hope you are able to understand the whole topic. Was it interesting? Was it? Okay. So now we will take up the queries and we will end the session. Yes, Rayan.
I've heard that whenever we're in like our mother's womb, we always like pray to God that please bring us out of here. We're gonna pray, we're gonna chant, we're gonna take your name. But then we
Yes.
forget because of materialistic things. Like
Correct. Yes. This is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, you are telling right. Your mother has told you apt.
but why do we forget?
Why do we forget? Because there are so many distractions. When a baby is born, he is shown beautiful things like these are the toys. You need to play with this. Okay. First of all, when the baby is born, what do the parents do? They show him a toy, and then the baby gets attached to that toy. And then what he sees, what he see around, we see. Then when there is the first birthday of a kid, the parents gift him a car in which he is seated. So he very well enjoys that. Oh, this is a nice car. Slowly, the distraction rises, and the main goal somewhere dilutes from his mind. Okay, and that's how he end up doing all the getting indulged in all the Maya, we can say in Hindi, in the sensory pleasures and all sense the object. He started to enjoy the objects of sense gratification, and the whole life he continues that because this bhautik jagat, this material world, is also called Maya Sagar, like the world of sensory pleasures. Okay, but these sensory pleasures are also temporary. You might have got a car today, but tomorrow it will perish. Okay, so that's how it is. That's why we forget. Okay. Yes, Agastya.
Then when a baby is born, why don't you teach it the spiritual activities?
There are parents like your parents who are teaching you all. There are parents, right? When the baby is born, they're grown up. Your parents are teaching you, right? That's why you all know very well, very much things, right? So maybe there are parents that don't teach, because they are themselves not aware of these facts. They are not taught from their parents, right? So the lineage continues. So the parents who are known, they told their kids and they help their kids to get moksha. But what about those who don't know? So they'll keep on living their life in ignorance, and then they keep on getting birth and death again and repeating on this cycle. And there are very few souls. In Bhagavad Gita, a shlok comes, Bahunam Janmananamante, that there are many, many births. And after many, many births, there are thousands of souls, that out of millions, billions of souls, we have seen the population of human beings. It is in trillions, right? And if we see the population of trees, if we add on that, if we see the population of the microbacteria, there are larger numbers. So if we calculate all the souls in this material world, so if we calculate all of them, but still out of them, only thousands try to achieve for that moksha, and out of that, hundreds are very much sincere, and out of that, only one or two may attain that. Rest else will go on repeating the cycle of birth and death again. So, still, we should try to be that one person. Okay, there is a possibility. So, in Kali Yuga, we have got the holy name of the Lord, which can help us, which can help all the souls to get rid of this material world. Okay, so the holy name has so much potency that it can elevate you, and this is as sure as death. The way death is sure, similar way the elevation with the help of holy name is also sure. Okay, this is the guarantee. Nobody can give you guarantee of your phone. Nobody can give you guarantee of your life. But Bhagwan has given the guarantee that if you chant the holy name, you will come to me, back to the palace, back to Godhead. Okay, so anybody else have any query? Nobody? Okay, so have a good sleep. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I hope you are chanting daily. Are you
Yes.
chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Okay, so before sleep also, we have learned there is so much importance that we should seek for moksha. We have to start it from today itself. So before sleeping, before going to bed, chant well. Okay, and you will feel that the sleep will be very nice, very good. Okay, have a good sleep. Have a good night. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.